Last week, Tom from Shifter issued a challenge to redesign this street, 34th Avenue Southwest in Calgary, Canada. Since I frequent the area, I figured I would head down and look at the street in person to think about how it could be improved. On my walk, I was joined by a friend who lives in the area and sees these issues daily. A few things he mentioned include lack of parking, through traffic, and sidewalks that aren't quite wide enough. So let's see what we can do about each of these. Lack of parking. We could build parkades, but those are wildly expensive and would increase car traffic by inducing demand. We could add surface parking lots, but that would destroy what people love about this area, walking around and finding interesting shops. I don't know if you've ever visited a parking lot, but interesting shops, they are not. Not to mention that both of these options, surface parking and parkades, kind of fall outside of the scope of this challenge. Instead, we'll do something a little counterintuitive. We're going to add bike lanes, and to do it, we're going to remove one side of street parking. It's important to not just discourage car traffic, but to encourage active transportation. That's why a comfortable bike lane is so important. And parking a bicycle takes up significantly less space than parking a car, meaning more people will be able to visit the area without driving in circles looking for parking. And having a bike lane helps move more traffic into and through the area without inducing more cars. Speaking of traffic, what are we going to do with the through traffic? Traffic in this area is already pretty rough. I used to drive a delivery van through the area, and it was easily my least favorite part of the route. One way we're going to work on this problem is by tightening the lanes a little bit, discouraging people who don't need to be here from being here with their car. Another option could be adding cobblestone patterning to the street. That said, 33rd Avenue has much more of a through traffic issue, something I'd like to talk about in a future video. Finally, sidewalks. We need some wider sidewalks here. I think a good standard is to have it wide enough for two wheelchair users to pass each other. There are, however, a lot of homes along 34th Avenue. We don't want to encourage loitering or heavy traffic in front of these homes. To do this, we'll do something similar to what we did with the car lanes. We'll widen the sidewalk even more in front of the businesses, but we'll leave the sidewalk in front of the homes a standard width that encourages movement, but not lingering. A good example of this can be found in the University District in Northwest Calgary. The main street has wide sidewalks, trees, benches, and plenty of interesting storefronts. The side street tightens the sidewalk and doesn't invite lingering. There's a lot more we could do and more that will be done in the future, but I think this is a pretty good start. Marda Loop is a vibrant community that has already changed a lot over the years. I can't wait to see what comes next, and I want to say thanks to Tom from Shifter for the challenge.